Do you remember India location? You have already seen the map of India in the previous classes. Now you closely examine the map of India, figure 1.1. Mark the southernmost and northernmost latitudes and the easternmost and westernmost longitudes. The mainland of The mainland of India extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, and Arunachal Pradesh in the east to the Gujarat in the west. India's territorial limit further extends towards the sea up to 12 nautical miles, about 21.9 km from the coast. See the box for conversion. Statute miles 63 360 inch. Nautical miles 72 960 inch. One statutite mile about 1.6 kilometer, 1.584 kilometer. One nautical mile about 1.8 kilometer, 1.852 kilometers. Our southern boundaries extends up to 6 degree 45 inch 66 degree 45 minute north latitude in the Bay of Bengal. Let us try to analyze the implications of having such a vast longitudinal and latitudinal extent. If you work out the latitudinal and longitudinal extents of India, they are roughly about 30 degrees, whereas the actual distance measured from the north to south extremity is 3.214 kilometers, 3,240 kilometers, and that from east to west is only 2,933 kilometers. What is the reason for this difference? Consult Chapter 3 on the topic Latitude, Longitude and Time in the book. Practical Work in Geography Part 1 Ncert 2006 to find out. This difference is based on the fact that the distance between two longitudes decreases towards the poles, whereas the distance between the two latitudes remains the same everywhere. Find out the distance between the latitudes. From the value of latitude, it is understood that the southern part of the country lies within the tropics and the northern part lies in the subtropical zone or the warm temperature zone. This temperature is responsible for large variation in landforms. This location is responsible for large variation in landform, climates, soil types, and natural vegetation in the country. Now let us observe the longitudinal extents, its application to the Indian people from the value of longitudes. It is quite discernible that there is a variation of nearly 30 degrees which cause a time difference of nearly 2 hours between the easternmost and westernmost part of our country. You are familiar with the concept of Indian Standard Time IST? What is the use of standard meridian? While the sun rises in the northeastern state about 2 hours earlier as compared to Jaisalmer, you are familiar with the concept of Indian Standard Time IST. What is the use of standard meridian? While the sun rises in the northeastern state about 2 hours earlier as compared to Jaisalmer, the watches in the Dibrugarh, Imphala in the east, and Jaisalmer, Bhopal, Chennai in the other part of India show the same time. Why does this happen? There is a general understanding among the countries of the world To select the standard meridian in multiples of 7 degree 30 minutes of longitude. That is why 82 degree 30 minute east has been selected as the standard meridian of India. Indian Standard Time is ahead of Greenwich Mean Time by 4 hours and 30 minutes. There are some countries where there are more than one standard meridian due to their vast east to west extent. For example, the USA has 7 time zones. This is map of India administrative division. Each state has its own capital. Location of India in the Eastern world. Name a few places in India through which the standard meridian pass. India, with its area 3.28 million square kilometer, accounts for 2.4% of the world land surface area and stand as the seventh largest country in the world. Find out the name of the country which are larger than India. Size. The size of India has endowed her with a great physical diversity. Thus, you have appreciated the presence of lofty mountains in the north, large rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, and Kaveri, green forested hills in northeast and south India, and the vast sandy expanse of Marusthali. You may further appreciate the bounded by the Himalayas in the north, Hindu Kush and Suleiman ranges in the north, west, Purvanchal hills in the northeast, and by the large expanse of India Ocean is the south. It forms a great geographic entity known as the Indian subcontinent. It includes the countries Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and India. The Himalayas, together with other ranges, have acted as a formidable physical barrier in the past. Except for a few mountain passes such as Khyber, the Bolan, the except for a few mountain passes such as Khyber, the Bolan, the Shivkila, the Nathula, the Bomdila, etc. It was difficult to cross it. It has contributed towards the evolving of a unique regional identity of Indian subcontinent. By referring to the physical map of India, you can now describe the physical variation which you would come across while traveling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan to Imphal in Manipur. Peninsular part of India extends towards the Indian Ocean. This has provided the country with a coastline of 6,100 km in the mainland and 7,570 km in the entire geographical coast of the mainland plus the island group. Andaman and Nicobar located in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. This India as a country is a physically diverse land, providing occurrence of varied resources. Do you remember? School Bhuvan Ncert is a portal providing map-based learning to bring awareness among the students about the country's natural resources, environment and their role in sustainable development. It is an initiative of Bhuvan NRSC or ISRO based on NCERT syllabus. You can explore various maps of India or http bhuvan app and .nrsc.gov.in MHRD NCERT. India and its neighbor. Examine the location map of India. Examine the location map of India. You will notice that India is located in the south central part of this continent of Asia, bordering the Indian Oceans and its two arms extending in the form of Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. The maritime location of Peninsular India has provided link to its neighboring region through the sea and the air route. Prepare a list of India neighboring countries by consulting the map. Sri Lanka and Maldives are the two island countries located in the Indian Oceans which are our neighbor. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Gulf of Mannar and the Palk Straits. Differentiate between Gulf and differentiate between the Gulf and the Strait. Do you know the physical barrier is a hindrance in interaction with our neighboring countries in modern time? Give some example how we have overcome this difficulty in the present day. Activity. Observe the map of India on the atlas. Our school over Ncert portal and collect information about state or districts or village located near the international border of India.